Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we sit by the fire to go through my life, the exploits, the adventures, and most importantly the delicious demise. It all began when I arrived at FTC Broiler Farm. I was just brought in from the multiplication farm with my boys and put in little brooders for us to keep warm until we grow up big and strong. Once we entered, we got vaccine shots on our left wings so we can survive longer. Of course, I also loved snuggling in with the gang, eating starter feed from the feeder tray and drinking lil drops to fill up my tummy. The farmers often pick us up every day, just weight us and rechecks our water/feeders, but most of the time just weirdly stare at each other. One time my butt Jerry got a cold and the farmer took them away for a while and we got scared he was having constipation. Instead, all they did was spike his cup of water with some medicine and ended up being more annoying than before. As we grew older, we transferred to the big boy shed at 3 weeks old and had all the privileges of being a broiler. We got fed more solid food called grower feed and suddenly had a thirst for some more water. Most of us made it to the shed, but Kyle didn't make it and we were okay with that. When we went to sleep, we often sleep on perches instead of the litter as we grew older with big wings. Sometimes in the summer, we were drenched in sweat, swimming in a sea of the sun's hot dry rays. Jeremy kept saying sorry for him raising the temperature and we eventually let go of him. He later sat there on his own. Thankfully we had the air vents and fans keeping us cool and regulating the room temperature, which made us feel comfortable. The farmers let us out of the shed through the gate so we could wander off and do our own things in the sun, and was a nice feeling. There were usually foxes that roam around, but the security fence and ditch kept them from getting inside. Usually, the sun sometimes becomes a bit too aggro, so we go and chill under the shelter. I must say the architect who built this wondrous masterpiece must be proud of they have built. I mean, truly it was a wonder to live here from the start. Eventually, after weeks on grower feed, we grew into big buff chickens, and at 7 weeks we were transported to the processing plant during the night. Alas, my time had ended and now my consciousness is now perceived by this year 9 student, so it has not yet. I was brought in from the plant as a thick piece of leg meat and deep fried as this juicy chicken wing with the special recipe at KFC for $2.99. As you can see, I have been slowly eaten in the background as I say my final goodbye. What it do, flight crew? FTC. Flight team, stand up.